Hello students, welcome to our YouTube channel Maths Mania PCCOE. In this session, today we are going to learn one of the topic from unit number 3, Integral Calculus, and the topic is Reduction Formulae. So, are you ready? Let us begin. Now, before actually studying the reduction formulae, let me answer you one of very first and the important question, that why the reduction formulae are important for us, why we are studying them. So let me clear you one more thing, guys, that these reduction formulae are nothing but an important tool to solve the complicated types of integrals. And to justify this thing, let me explain. So अगर मैं आपको पहला क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ कि इवेल्युएट दिस इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ साइन एक्स डी एक्स, अ वेरी सिंपल इंटीग्रेशन इट इज़, और अगर मैं यहाँ पर लिमिट्स भी देता हूँ आपको 0 to π/2, ईजिली यू कैन इवेल्युएट इट. सो इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल थिंग. बट अगर मैं आपको नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पूछूँ, इवेल्युएट साइन स्क्वायर एक्स डी एक्स विद इन द सेम लिमिट 0 to π/2, again it is possible. Easily you can evaluate it by applying the trigonometric formulae. Next thing, integration of sin cube x dx. This is also possible. Sin cube x वाला formula use करो, within the limit 0 to π/2 integrate करो, you will get your final answer, है ना. Then next thing, integration of sin raised to 5x dx. अब अगर इसे evaluate करना है तो हमें थोड़ा time लगेगा. We required to perform few more steps to get the final answer. तो ये इतना simple है नहीं. Even if I give you the limits from 0 to π/2, we have to apply certain trigonometric formulae to evaluate it. We have to reduce it to a simplified form and then we'll get the answer. But still it is possible. Impossible type जैसी चीज़ नहीं है. But अब अगर मैं आपको ये क्वेश्चन पूछूं कि find the integration of sin raised to 99x dx, even if I give you the limits from 0 to 0 to π/2, sorry, okay, then अब ये सोचने वाली बात होगी कि how to evaluate this integral. It will be a really worry for us, that how to evaluate this complicated type of integral sin raised to 99x dx, even if we get a limit from 0 to π/2 or something. Okay, so that's why these types of complicated integrals are little bit tricky over here. अगर हम यहाँ पर reduction formula apply करते हैं, then we can easily evaluate these types of integrals. But the question is how to apply the reduction formulae here, and what are the reduction formulae actually. So if it is possible to relate this complicated type of integral with the basic type of integration, that is integration of sin x dx, जिसको हम easily find out कर सकते हैं, और integration of sin square x dx, जिसका integration भी हम easily find out कर सकते हैं, then the process of relating this integration, complicated type of integration, with the basic type of integrations whose actual values are known to us, this process is known as the reduction formulae. और अब ये फॉर्मूले मिलते कैसे हैं, कैसे उनको यूज़ किया जाता है, that is all we are going to study in this lecture. So after the short introduction of reduction formulae, let us see how we can generate a reduction formula for integration of sin raised to nx dx. Okay. So for that one, let us consider in is equal to integration of sin raised to nx dx as a notation for this integration. Okay. When we have n as a degree of this sin x term, then we have a in term here, the suffix of this I as a n. So here, instead of a simple I as a notation, we are using a special notation here, in. Okay. So to get the reduction formula for this one, let us split this integral term sin raised to nx as sin raised to n minus 1x into sin x into two parts. So why I am splitting this term over here? So that we can apply integration by parts formula here. Because without applying a integration by parts formula, it is really very difficult to get the reduction formula for this integration. Now what is the integration by parts formula? So just to recall it, यहाँ पर ये formula दिया हुआ है. Integration of u into v dx where u and v are the functions of x, are equal to u as it is integration of v dx minus integration of derivative of u with respect to x into integration of v dx, this whole integration with respect to x. So let us apply this integration by parts formula here. But to apply it, we have to choose one function as u and second one as v. So जिसका डेरिवेटिव अच्छे से हमें पता है उसे हम u चूज करते हैं. So let us choose sin raised to n minus 1x as u. Because we know its derivative, we can easily find out its derivative, but its integration is unknown for us, and whose integration is known for us, that is a sin x. Let us choose it as v and apply integration by parts, so that we are getting now u as it is into integration of v, that is sin x integration, minus cos x, okay, minus integration of derivative of u, derivative of sin raised to n minus 1x dx, and is equal to n minus 1 into sin raised to n minus 2x into derivative of inner term, that is cos x, into integration of sin x again, minus cos x dx. Now when we simplify it further, we'll get it as the first term as it is, I'm not changing anything in that one, plus, so the minus outside and this minus sign will become plus. So जहाँ पर जो भी changes हो रहे next step में, I'm marking it as a red color font. Okay. So plus n minus 1, as it is a constant term, we can take it outside of integration sign. Integration sin raised to n minus 2x as it is into bracket. Now cos x into cos x, cos square x, which can be converted as 1 minus sin square x dx. So let us multiply this bracket by sin raised to n minus 2. In the next term, we are getting first term again as it is, no change in it, plus n minus 1 as it is, integration. Now after multiplying this bracket by sin raised to n minus 2, we are splitting the integrations also. Okay, so integration, first term as sin raised to n minus 2x dx, minus the middle sign, n minus 1 multiplier as it is, integration. Now the product of this term and this term will give us sin raised to nx dx. Okay, so then when we compare these two integral with our original integration and its notation, we are getting in is equal to, in the first term I'm just taking this minus sign at the front, minus sin raised to n minus 1x into cos x, plus n minus 1 as it is. Now when we compare this first integral with the original integration, जब यहाँ पर n है degree, यहाँ पर n है as a suffix. So when we have n minus 2 as a degree over here, we'll get this term as in minus 2, minus n minus 1 again as it is, and this integral will give us in. Okay, then as we have in to both hand side of this equal to sign, let us club them together to the left hand side in the next step. So now we are getting the coefficient of left hand side in as 1, minus का इधर left hand side में आने के बाद हो गया plus n minus 1 as it is into in, which is equal to the first term as it is plus n minus 1 into in minus 2. Okay, then when we cancel this plus 1 and minus 1, the remaining term is only n, that is the coefficient of in, and when we divide this throughout expression by n, finally we are getting it as in is equal to minus 1 upon n sin raised to n minus 1 x into cos x plus n minus 1 upon n into in minus 2. This gives us the general reduction formula for this indefinite integration of sin raised to nx dx, and the relation between in and in minus 2, using which we are going to define the further reduction formulae for definite integrations. I hope आपको ये सारे steps समझ में आ गए होंगे. Now, if we apply the limits from x equal to 0 to x equal to pi by 2 to the previous formula that we have obtained for the general integral. Okay, that is in terms of in. Then we get in is equal to, so that in will be equal to integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to nx dx equal to, now whatever the first term we got, we'll put the limits for that one from 0 to pi by 2 plus n minus 1 upon n as it is, and now that in minus 1 term, that will change to integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to n minus 2 x dx. Okay, now what happened when we put the limits here? The value for the upper limit and lower limit, this complete bracket will become 0 directly, and we'll get the integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to nx dx is equal to plus, that means 0 plus n minus 1 upon n integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to n minus 2 x dx. So अगर हम इस इंटीग्रेशन को हम in कंसिडर करते हैं along with the limits, then we'll get the formula as the new formula as in is equal to n minus 1 upon n into in minus 2. अगर ये टर्म in होगी तो surely ये इंटीग्रल टर्म क्या होगी? in minus 2, and we'll get a reduction formula, a simple reduction formula, the relation between in and in minus 2. Now using this formula successively, one by one, for in minus 2, then in minus 4, then in minus 6, we will get in is equal to n minus 1 upon n as it is from this highlighted formula. और in minus 2 क्या होगा? अगर यही formula apply करते हैं तो n minus 1 minus 2, that means n minus 3 divided by n की जगह आएगा n minus 2 into in minus 4, like this. So we'll get a value of in minus 2 as this red colored formula. Okay, then again for this in minus 4, again if we use this same highlighted formula, we'll get this term n minus 1 upon n minus 3 upon n minus 2 into n minus 5 upon n minus 4 into in minus 6. Again if we use for same formula for in minus 6, we'll get this term, and so on. We goes on, continue. Okay, then as a case number 1, if n is a positive even integer, अगर n ये positive even integer लेते हैं, as an example initially अगर हम n equal to 4 consider करते हैं, then we'll get the formula will reduce to I4 is equal to n minus 1, that is 4 minus 1 3 upon n, that is 4 into in minus 2, that is 4 minus 2 I2. So we'll get the first term as 3 by 4 into I2. Again use the same this highlighted formula for I2. We'll get 3 by 4 term as it is into I2 के लिए क्या होगा? 2 minus 1, that is 1 divided by 2 into I2 minus 2, that is I0. And we know very well I0 will be integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 0 x dx. Sine raised to 0 means 1, और जब इसको इंटीग्रेट करेंगे फाइनली आंसर मिलेगा पाई बाय 2. सो फाइनली वी आर गेटिंग in is equal to, in this way अगर हम वर्क करते हैं तो in is equal to n minus 1 upon n minus 3 upon n minus 2 into n minus 5 upon n minus 4 and so on. The last term will be 3 by 4 जैसे यहाँ पर मिली है into 1 by 2 into I0. And what is I0? Pi by 2. So when n is a positive integer and even integer particularly, then we are getting in is equal to this highlighted formula. Now let us see case number 2. Case number 2, if n is a positive odd integer, what if n is an odd number? As an example, let us take n equal to 5. So we'll get I5 is equal to n minus 1 upon n, that means 4 upon 5 into in minus 2. So 5 minus 2, that is I3. So again use the same formula for I3. We'll get 4 upon 5 as it is. I3 के लिए होगा 2 upon 3 into I3 minus 1, I3 minus 2, that is I1. And now I1 is equal to integration from 0 to pi by 2 sin x dx. जिसको सिंपली अगर इवेल्युएट करते हैं तो आंसर मिलता है 1. सो अल्टीमेटली व्हेन वी हैव n as a positive odd integer, we'll get the general formula as the first terms are same according to the even formula, but the last terms are changing over here. Last term में क्या आ रहा है? 4/5 into 2/3 into 1. Here we have the last multiplier as pi/2, whereas here we have the last multiplier as 1. That is the difference. Are you getting this one? So according to case 1 and 2, we are getting two different values for this reduction formula for integration of sine raised to power nx dx within the limit 0 to pi/2. Now let us combine both the cases to get the final reduction formula for sine raised to power nx dx within the limit 0 to pi/2. And here we have that formula. Integration from 0 to pi/2 sine raised to power nx dx is equal to, जब हम ये दोनों केसेस कंबाइन करेंगे, द फर्स्ट टर्म्स जनरल टर्म्स विल रिमेन एज इट इज़, और उसमें न्यूमरेटर है n-1 इंटू n-3 इंटू n-5 एंड सो ऑन, अपॉन डिनोमिनेटर होगा n इंटू n-2 इंटू n-2 एंड सो ऑन. नॉट डिपेंडिंग अपॉन इवन और ऑड केस, आपको एंड में आइदर 2 और 1 as a last factor मिलेगा. Okay, are you getting this one? So if you have a odd n, then you will get 2 at the last term. Okay, and if you have n as a even number, then you will get 1 as the last term. Okay, you can check it from the previous two cases. Okay, multiplied by the p, where p is equal to again pi/2 if n is an even integer, and it will be equal to 1 if n is an odd integer. और हमें ये p के वैल्यूज़ कैसे मिलते हैं, ये ऑलरेडी हमने प्रीवियस केसेस में देखा हुआ है. सो दिस वन इज़ द फाइनल रिडक्शन फार्मूला फॉर इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ साइन रेज टू nx dx विद इन द लिमिट 0 to pi/2. आई होप आप लोगों को ये फार्मूला समझ में आ गया. वंस यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस फार्मूला, इवन दो इट लुक्स लाइक अ वेरी लेंदी फार्मूला, इसको अप्लाई करना ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. ऑल यू हैव टू रिमेंबर only the first term of this formula, that this one, और इसीलिए पर्पसफुली मैंने उसको यहाँ पर सेपरेट किया हुआ है, n-1 अपॉन n. अगर आपको ये फर्स्ट फैक्टर अच्छे से याद है तो आगे वाले टर्म्स ऑटोमेटिकली आपको मिल जाते हैं. इन अ न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर ऑल्सो अगर आप ऑब्जर्व करो तो एवरी टर्म गॉट रिड्यूसेस बाय 2 फ्रॉम इट्स नेक्स्ट टर्म, और एंड में जो ये मल्टीप्लायर p है उसके केसेस आपको याद रखने हैं. कैसे यूज़ किया जाता है we'll see later on in this same slide. But after studying this one, now let us go to the next reduction formula. Reduction formula for cos raised to power nx dx. As we know the integration property that ये यहाँ पर highlight की हुई है, integration from 0 to a f of x dx is equal to integration from 0 to a f of a minus x dx. अगर यही प्रॉपर्टी हम लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में इस फॉर्मूले पे अप्लाई करते हैं, लेट अस सी व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग. इंटीग्रेशन फ्रॉम 0 to pi sin raised to power nx dx, that is the LHS of this formula, equal to integration 0 to pi pi/2 sin raised to power n of pi/2 minus x dx. And what is sin pi/2 minus x? Cos. So we are getting 0 to pi/2 cos raised to power nx dx as an answer. So whatever the formula for we are getting for integration of sine raised to nx dx, the same formula is applicable for integration of cos raised to nx dx within the limit 0 to pi/2 according to this property, and hence we are getting the same formula as it is over here for cos raised to power nx dx also. No any changes over there. Are you getting this one? सो आई होप कि आपको ये वाला फॉर्मूला भी अच्छे से समझ में आ गया होगा. सो वंस वी अंडरस्टूड दिस टू फॉर्मूली, लेट अस चेक द पर्टिकुलर एग्जाम्पल्स बेस्ड ऑन दीज वन. सो द फर्स्ट एग्जाम्पल, इंटीग्रेशन फ्रॉम 0 to pi/2 sin raised to power 7x dx. सो हियर वी हैव साइन टर्म. अब ये फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता कि यहाँ पर साइन है या कॉस है, एज जस्ट नाउ वी हैव सीन कि ये दोनों फार्मूले एग्जैक्टली सेम है. ओनली वी हैव टू चेक what is the degree of this sine term. It is an odd number. Okay, so let us apply the formula. और जैसे मैंने आपको थोड़ी देर पहले बताया, you just have to remember the first term of the formula, n minus 1 upon n. So let us identify that number. 7 minus 1, that is 6 upon 7. Now every time further reduce each number from numerator and denominator by 2. जैसे 6 minus 2 4 minus 2 2. अब 2 से आगे नहीं जाना है, बिकॉज 2 माइनस 2 करोगे तो 0 आएगा, एंड इफ यू टेक अ 0 एज अ मल्टीप्लायर हियर द होल टर्म विल बिकम 0. सो यू हैव टू स्टॉप देयर एट 2, जैसे यहाँ पर स्टॉप किया हुआ है. ओके, देन 7 फ्रॉम डिनोमिनेटर, 7 इंटू 5 इंटू 3, एवरी टाइम यू हैव टू रिड्यूस इट बाय 2. इंटू 1 अगर लोगे तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय द मल्टीप्लायर p, as n is an odd integer, value of p is from this one, it is 1. So finally we are getting 6 into 4 into 2 divided by 7 into 5 into 3 into multiplier 1, जिसकी वैल्यू आती है 16 upon 35. You can easily cross check it. Let us see now the next example. Integration 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to 8x dx. That is equal to, again the first factor, n minus 1 upon n. So 8 minus 1, 7 divided by 8. And every time now start to reduce that number by 2 in a numerator as well as in denominator. So numerator में आएगा 7 into 5 into 3 into 1. Negative में नहीं जाना है. Okay, we have to stop here. Then 8 into 6 into 4 into 2. 0 नहीं लेना है. Already I explained. Okay, into now the multiplier p, and as n is an even integer here, multiplier p क्या आएगा? Yes, pi by 2. So जब हम इस पूरे टर्म को, इस प्रोडक्ट को सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे, फाइनली वी आर गेटिंग इट एज 35 pi by 256. आई होप कि आपको ये दोनों एग्जाम्पल समझ में आ गए. Okay, so after reduction formula, see how the things are easy to evaluate these types of complicated integrations also, where we have the higher degrees of sine and cosine terms. आप इससे भी बड़े डिग्रीज लेकर एग्जाम्पल सॉल्व कर सकते हो. सो गाइज, अब तक हमने 2 रिडक्शन फॉर्मूले स्टडी किए, बट दोनों फॉर्मूले स्टडी किए फॉर द स्टैंडर्ड लिमिट्स फ्रॉम 0 टू pi by 2. What if we have the limit from 0 to pi or 0 to 2 pi? So to understand this concept, to study more some additional formulae, let us recall the integration property, that integration from 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to integration from 0 to a f of x dx plus integration from 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. You already have studied this property. So we are going to use this property to define our further results. Along with this one, let us recall the change of angle formula concept in the 2-dimensional system. That is, in a first quadrant, when we apply the concepts of change of angle formulae, all trigonometric functions are positive, whereas in a second quadrant, you know very well, sine is positive. In third, only tan and cot are positive, and in fourth, cos and sec are positive. So we're gonna use this concept in our further additional results. So let us see the additional result number 1, that integration of sine raised to nx dx function is same, but if we have the limit from 0 to pi instead of pi by 2, then this will be equal to 2 times integration from 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to nx dx for all values of n. The meaning of this notation is for all values of n. अब ये कैसे आता है? So either you can apply this formula over here, where value of 2a is pi, then a will be pi by 2, और यहाँ पर आएगा sin pi minus x, और sin pi minus x in a second quadrant क्या होता है? Positive. So ये टर्म भी पॉजिटिव और ये टर्म भी पॉजिटिव, so it will become 2 times 0 to pi by 2. Okay. Another thing is that total, अगर हमें ये वाला कंसेप्ट अप्लाई करना है, then the total integral is from 0 to pi, so which is divided into 2 parts. First, in a first quadrant 0 to pi by 2, वहाँ पर भी साइन पॉजिटिव है, और इन अ सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट फ्रॉम पाई बाय 2 टू पाई, वहाँ पर भी साइन पॉजिटिव है. तो सम ऑफ दीज टू टर्म्स विल गिव्स अस 2 times 0 to pi by 2. So in this way also you can define this formula. Let us see the second formula now. Integration from 0 to pi cos raised to nx dx. अब चलो ये वाला, with the help of this formula also you can verify this result. मगर ये वाला कंसेप्ट अगर हम अप्लाई करते हैं तो क्या होगा? Okay, so first quadrant में all are positive, so cos raised to n will be also positive. 0 to pi by 2 के बीच में cos raised to n will be positive. But in a second quadrant 0 to pi by 2 pi by 2 to pi के बीच में cos is negative. Okay, so in that case integral from pi by 2 to pi, this will depend upon the value of n, the degree here, because cos क्या आ रहा है? Negative. So अगर ये डिग्री n ये इवन होगी, then even power of negative term will gives us positive term. So first positive term plus second positive term both will become 2 times, और इसकी वजह से if n is an even integer तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? 2 times. बट अगर n odd है then minus cos of x, इसकी odd power क्या हो जाएगी? माइनस, और first term positive in a first quadrant and in a second quadrant it will be negative. Both will get automatically cancel और आंसर क्या आएगा? 0. So in that case also, in this way also you can verify the result. So finally we are getting two values for the integration from 0 to pi cos raised to nx dx. First one is 2 times 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to nx dx if n is even, and second one is 0 if n is an odd integer. Okay, let us see the third one. What if we have 0 to 2 pi integral limits sin raised to nx dx? Ab 0 to 2 pi, that means the complete circle over here in this two-dimensional system. So let us divide it into two part, upper half and lower half. So 0 to pi में साइन पॉजिटिव होता है ऑलरेडी, ओके, मगर पाई टू 2 पाई के बीच में साइन पूरी तरह से क्या है? निगेटिव. ओके, सो अगर साइन निगेटिव हो गया, which is possible only if n is an odd integer because we have sin raised to n term here. So अगर वो term negative हो गई then positive plus this negative will get 0. Okay, मगर अगर वो positive हो गई then it will be 2 times. मगर अब interval क्या होगा? 0 to pi, क्यों तो हमने सिर्फ upper half और lower half ऐसे दो part में divide किया. Okay, and in then but this is possible only if n is an even integer. And then again, as the limits are from 0 to pi, 2 times 0 to pi, according to the first formula, it is 2 times 0 to pi by 2. So totally वो क्या हो जाएगा? 2 into 2, 4 times 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to nx dx. But only if n is an even integer. Because if n is an odd integer, due to this lower half where tan and cos only are positive, पूरी term की value क्या हो जाएगी? 0. So this is the third formula we are getting. The fourth one, integration from 0 to 2 pi cos raised to nx dx. अब यही concept apply करते हैं. So upper half and lower half इन दोनों में अगर divide करो, okay, so क्या होगा? According to the same formula, okay, 0 to pi, यहाँ पर all positive, यहाँ पर cos negative होगा, यहाँ पर cos negative तो यहाँ पर cos positive होगा. Okay, so when we have n is an even integer only, so ये दोनों क्या हो जाएंगे? ये दोनों जहाँ पर cos negative है, ये दोनों terms क्या हो जाएंगे? Positive, cos raised to power n if n is an even integer. So this plus this plus this plus this, totally it will become 4 times. But if n is an odd integer, पहली केस में वो क्या हो जाएगा? जो यहाँ पर पॉजिटिव, यहाँ पर निगेटिव, यहाँ पर पॉजिटिव, यहाँ पर निगेटिव. So totally it will become 0. Are you getting this one? So these are nothing but the additional results for the extended limits 0 to pi and 0 to 2 pi. I hope you understood this explanation. Now let us see the next reduction formula. The reduction formula for integration from 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to mx into cos raised to nx dx. Okay, now without going in deep, without going in the derivation format, I'm going to give you directly the formula for this one, and it's a little bit lengthy formula, मगर इसको याद रखना गाइज बिल्कुल भी डिफ़िकल्ट नहीं है. जिस तरह से ट्रिक मैंने आपको साइन रेस टू एन या तो कॉस रेस टू एन के बारे में बताई थी, सेम वैसे ही ट्रिक यहाँ पर भी एप्लीकेबल होती है. सो दिस इज़ द फॉर्मूला. इंटीग्रेशन फ्रॉम 0 to π/2 sin raised to mx into cos raised to nx dx is equal to, now inside of first curly bracket, जो टर्म वहाँ पर sin raised to nx की न्यूमरेटर में थी सेम वैसी ही टर्म है, बट एज वी हैव पावर m हियर फॉर साइन टर्म, यहाँ पर आएगा m-1 इंटू m-3 सो ऑन अप टू 2 और 1 इंटू मल्टीप्लाइड बाय सेकेंड ब्रैकेट, द सिमिलर ब्रैकेट, सिर्फ m की जगह आपको n लेना है, दैट इज द डिग्री ऑफ n, सॉरी cos, ओके, n-1 n-3 एंड सो ऑन अप टू 2 और 1. अब ये 2 या तो 1, ये किस पे डिपेंड करेगा, वेदर m एंड n आर इवन और ऑड. अगर m और n इवन होंगे यू विल गेट 1 एट द एंड, और अगर m और n ऑड होंगे देन यू विल गेट 2 एट द एंड. This whole term, this whole product divided by the sum of degrees of sine and cosine, that is m plus n, divided by, multiplied by m plus n minus 2, m plus n minus 4 and so on up to 2 or 1. This whole product multiplied by p, the same factor, where p is π/2 or 1, but यहाँ पर conditions अलग है. And what are the conditions? P is equal to π/2 only if m and n are even, and otherwise it will be 1. यहाँ पर 4 केसेस बनेंगे गाइज. इफ m is even, n is odd, पहली केस. सेकेंड केस m is odd, n is even. थर्ड केस m and n both are even, and fourth case m and n both are odd. So सिर्फ if m and n are even, only then will get value of p is equal to π/2, and in rest of all 3 cases will get the value of p is equal to 1. Are you getting this guys? Okay, so इसको याद कैसे रखना है, हर ब्रैकेट का पहला फैक्टर याद रखो, दैट इज m-1 हियर, यहाँ पर n-1, एंड डिनोमिनेटर में m plus n, and every time start to reduce it by 2 from the previous term. Okay, ऑटोमेटिकली आपको नेक्स्ट टर्म्स मिल जाएंगे. और रिमेंबर दिस थिंग, वेयर यू हैव टू स्टॉप इन द प्रोडक्ट, आइदर एट 2 और 1. अगर 2 आ गया तो 0 नहीं लेना है, और अगर 1 आ गया तो निगेटिव में नहीं जाना है. रिमेंबर दिस थिंग्स. और ये p एज अ मल्टीप्लायर आपको याद रखना है इसकी कंडीशन. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट द रिडक्शन फार्मूला फॉर इंटीग्रेशन फ्रॉम 0 to π/2 sin raised to mx into cos raised to nx dx. आई होप आपको ये फार्मूला भी समझ में आ गया. Now as we have defined this formula again for the standard limit 0 to π/2, again the same question will arise here. What if we have 0 to π as a limit, या तो अगर लिमिट 0 to 2π होंगे तो. सो इसके लिए हम वही सेम कंसेप्ट अप्लाई करने वाले हैं जो प्रीवियस स्लाइड में हमने किया था. सो हियर वी हैव द फर्स्ट एडिशनल फार्मूला, एंड वी हैव the figure also over here, 2-dimensional figure according to change of angle concept. Okay, so this is the basic formula actually. Integration from 0 to π/2 sin raised to mx into cos x dx. मतलब अगर n की वैल्यू 1 हो गई, so we are getting the answer as 1 upon m plus 1. अब ये रिजल्ट आप क्रॉस चेक कर सकते हो डायरेक्टली सब्सटीट्यूशन यूज करके. पुट sin x इक्वल टू t, आपको डायरेक्टली ये आंसर मिल जाएगा. एंड दैट्स वाई इट इज़ ऑल्सो इक्वल टू इंटीग्रेशन फ्रॉम 0 to π/2 sin x इंटू कॉस रेस टू mx dx, जहाँ पर साइन की पावर 1 हो गई. सो अगर साइन या तो कॉस दोनों में से किसी एक की भी पावर 1 हो जाती है तो डायरेक्टली इसका आंसर आता है 1 upon m plus 1. द फर्स्ट एडिशनल एंड द बेसिक रिजल्ट. नाउ द सेकेंड रिजल्ट फॉर द एक्सटेंडेड लिमिट्स, दैट इज 0 to π sin raised to mx into cos raised to nx dx is equal to. अब यहाँ पर वही कंडीशन, इसके लिए यहाँ पर हमें पावर्स फिक्स करना ज़रूरी है. तो हम यहाँ पर साइन की पावर m ही लेंगे और cos की पावर n ही लेंगे, नाउ वी कैनॉट इंटरचेंज दीज टू पावर्स, क्यों तो अगर पावर इंटरचेंज कर लो तो आपको ये कंडीशंस भी चेंज करने पड़ेंगे. दैट इज द ओनली रीजन बिहाइंड दिस. सो इफ पावर ऑफ साइन इज m एंड cos इज n, देन अब अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस फॉर्मूला इन बोथ द क्वाड्रेंट्स, फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट, साइन क्या होता है? पॉजिटिव. सो m इवन है या ऑड इंटीजर है, इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. बट अगर n इवन है तो cos क्या होगा? पॉजिटिव इन बोथ द क्वाड्रेंट्स, बिकॉज इन द सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट cos इज निगेटिव. सो टू बी अ पॉजिटिव टर्म, cos टू बी अ पॉजिटिव टर्म, n क्या होना चाहिए? इवन इंटीजर. और जब n इवन इंटीजर होगा तभी ये प्रोडक्ट क्या हो जाएगा? ये इंटीग्रल क्या हो जाएगा? 2 टाइम्स 0 to π/2 हो जाएगा. बट इफ n इज एन ऑड इंटीजर ड्यू टू निगेटिव कोसाइन टर्म, फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट में पॉजिटिव टर्म एंड सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट में निगेटिव टर्म, दोनों टर्म्स क्या हो जाएंगे? ऑटोमेटिकली कैंसल एंड विल गेट द आंसर एज 0. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन डिफाइन दिस फॉर्मूला. और एल्स जो प्रीवियस हमने इंटीग्रेशन फार्मूला स्टडी किया था, इंटीग्रेशन फॉर 0 to 2a, वो फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करके भी आप ये चेक कर सकते हो. ओके, यू विल गेट द सेम रिजल्ट. ओके, आफ्टर दिस द नेक्स्ट एडिशनल रिजल्ट, इंटीग्रेशन फ्रॉम 0 to 2 pi sin raised to m into cos raised to nx dx is equal to 4 times 0 to π/2 sin raised to m into cos raised to nx dx. अब यहाँ पर क्या होगा? यस, अगर अपर हाफ और लोअर हाफ में डिफाइन करो तो भले यहाँ पर cos पॉजिटिव है मगर यहाँ पर साइन और cos दोनों क्या है? निगेटिव. सो इन दोनों को पॉजिटिव होने के लिए होना क्या चाहिए? m एंड n बोथ मस्ट बी इवन इंटीजर. सो यही कंडीशन यहाँ पर आती है, तब जाकर ये 2 टाइम्स, और जब ऊपर वाला फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करेंगे तो 4 टाइम्स हो जाएगा. ओके, सो दिस विल बी इक्वल टू 4 टाइम्स इंटीग्रेशन फ्रॉम 0 to π/2 द सेम फंक्शन dx if and only if m and n are even integers. और अगर ये 0 हुए, सॉरी, अदरवाइज इन ऑल अदर केसेस जो मैंने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले आपको बताया, द वैल्यू विल बिकम 0. सो गाइज, दीज आर द एडिशनल रिजल्ट्स बेस्ड ऑन दिस रिडक्शन फॉर्मूला ओवर sin raised to mx into cos raised to nx function. So in this lecture guys, we have studied all the reduction formulae for sin a raised to nx, cos raised to nx, and then sin raised to mx into cos raised to nx. Only these functions we have covered over here. Okay, after this one, in our next lecture, I hope आपको ये सारे एग्जाम्पल सारे फॉर्मूले समझ में आ गए होंगे. After this one, in the next part, we are going to cover the examples based on all these reduction formulae, जिससे कि इनको अप्लाई कैसे किया जाता है ये भी आपको अच्छे से समझ में आ जाएगा. So this is all about right now guys. Thank you very much for this one. और अगर आपको ये लेक्चर मेरा अच्छे से समझ में आ गया है, so please don't forget to press the like button and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel अगर आपने अब तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो. थैंक यू गाइज, थैंक यू वंस अगेन.